Hello everybody. It's me, Shaft Commander Coffee, and I'll be finishing the draft that I started on stream earlier today actually, but for those of you watching on YouTube I suppose it doesn't matter. I'm just going to finish recording it because, yeah, might as well. We've got one win in the bag, one loss. Playing Grixis, Amess. The deck is a bit of a mess because it's 3 colours, and to be honest, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think 3 colours is particularly good in this set from playing it. I think we're gonna draw first because we need to be able to fix our mana, and the extra look at a land is going to help a lot. This hand works if we find land. We do get 2 draws to do so, or a few draws to do so rather, so I think it's fine, we'll keep it. Opponent's on the play. What will they open with? Okay, Plains and Ugin's Conjuring as a 1/1. Okay, that's fine. We can live with that. However, oh, it looks like they're playing, yep, White-Green Proliferate. Okay, there's a Grim Initiate. That's going to be quite nice for us. However, we do need to draw a 3rd land for Mana Geode to fix our mana. That's pretty important. Depends what our opponent has. Iron Bully. Okay, what they put in the counter on Iron Bully. We will let Martyr for the Cause go through for 2. Another Grim Initiate, still no... Although double Grim Initiate does give us some pretty good blocks, to be fair. Do we double block him? If we do, he proliferates. I think that's fine. It's better than letting him proliferate more, if that makes sense. So like when my opponent drops more creatures, being able to proliferate even further. Another Martyr for the Cause. Okay. Still not finding any land. That feels really bad. We got the extra draw. 2 lands in 11 cards is pretty shitty. Not gonna lie. We will just double block the Martyr again. I know he proliferates again. I'm going to take 4, but... Okay. Got another Mountain. We could drop the Dovin, or we could drop the Mana Geode. I think the Mana Geode is the correct play here. I'm going to scry. Another Mana Geode. Nope. I'd rather find actual land. We could Spark Harvest to kill the Iron Bully. I think that seems fine. I'm going to sacrifice. I'm going to target this guy and sacrifice a Grim Initiate. Get a good kill there. The Ugin's Conjuring loses counters whenever it takes damage, so we can allow that to... we will block here. Goes down to a 2/2, we get to a mass 1. Now have a 2/2 token. Opponent may not have any real good plays. Doesn't look like they do. We're going to play the Flux Channeler, so we can start proliferating up our mass token. We will let the Ugin's Conjuring go through. They'll probably amass onto the Ugin's Conjuring. Or play something else. They might have a piece of removal for the Flux Channeler. Or perhaps for the army token. Okay, it's just going to swing. No blocks. Take 2. Opponent drops Teo's Light Shield. And they're putting a counter on itself. And no proliferate. Okay. Fine by us. I think we want to toll the invasion, see what our opponent's got in hand. What are they not committing to? Oath of Kaya, Vengeful Bloodlord. I think we get rid of the Oath of Kaya, since it can Lightning Helix some of our things. Do we want to swing? No, we don't. So our opponent needs to draw black mana to play Sorin. Or some sort of fixing. Okay, we've got a Cast Dismissal, which doesn't really help. We could always swap Dovin for Sorin if we wanted. I think we want to play the Vizier of the Scorpion, giving our token Death Touch. And swing for 5. Okay, that's fine by us. Is our opponent going to swing? They're not. Okay. Let's drop the Dove in.
Your loss will either be a tragedy or comedy of errors.
And I think we're going to cast Dismissal of the Light Shield. Proliferate. Bounce that back to hand. And we will swing with the Flux Channeler and the 8/8. The extra 2 damage might be relevant. I imagine they're going to block the 8/8 token. If they choose not to, they're going to have a bad time. This also plays around Gideon's Sacrifice, or Gideon's Triumph rather. Okay. End turn. KO's Light Shield. It's going to put counter on itself. It's a 1/4 shield. Plays another Planes. Okay. We'll drop a Prismite. And we could roll Reversal. Don't think it's worth it. Swing with the 8/8. Opponent's got a block. Could have swung with the Vizier as well, because they still have to block the army token. It looks like it doesn't matter. Pouncing Lynx. They're basically just throwing creatures under the bus right now, so that's good for us. I think we can afford to play the Invading Manticore. Swing with everything. He has to block the 10/10, so we go through for 3 damage. And the Dovin is basically just sat here, just existing. Opponent concedes. Yep. To be expected. That was not a hand they were coming back from. What do we want to sideboard in? I think the Shriek Divers. I think we're going to go on the flying plan again. I'm going to take out the Grim Initiates. They're not bad, but I don't think they're ideal. And I think Unlikely Aid gives us a lot of extra value as a combat trick against Proliferate, because it's +2/+0. And because it's +2/+0 and indestructible, we can trade up against a creature that's proliferating quite heavily, which is ideal. We did go second, so probably going to go second again, which is fine. We don't need to fix our mana quite so much. However, this hand does not... Oh, it's Davriel. I almost forgot he was in the deck, because we haven't seen him yet. This seems fine. We've got a turn 2 Soul Diviner, which at least gives us a decent blocker against Pouncing Lynxes and that sort of thing. Unfortunately, we don't really have any way of getting counters onto the board. Opponent plays the Lynx. MTGA looks like it's having a moment, unless our opponent kept full control on for some reason. I think MTGA is probably having a moment, but not much we can do about that. Okay, no, our opponent was just holding control. Let's drop the Soul Diviner. We can get the Prismite down as well. Let's see if he can proliferate onto the Lynx. Hugin's Conjurant is a 3/3. Will he attack? He's not. Okay. Augur of Bolus seems pretty good here. Toll of the Invasion. That's pretty... It's good. It's good. That gives us some counters can go around. We can start taking counters to draw cards. I don't mind sacrificing my Amess token to draw a card. That seems fine to me. And no blocks. I could have double blocked there, but I don't think it's that relevant. Martyr for the Cause is also not that relevant. So we're going to play the Lazotep Reaver. And we're going to play the Prismite. We're just going to put creatures on board. We can use the Amess token to block something, and then we can Soul Diviner to sack it and draw a card. So we can effectively prevent damage and draw cards, which is pretty good. These are good things that you want to be doing. It's preventing damage, drawing cards. Augur of Bolus hitting there was really nice, especially since it's a Toll of the Invasion. Okay. We will tap the Soul Diviner to eat the token in response. Widespread Brutality, we're quite far off being able to cast that, but it's fine. It's going to proliferate onto Yugen's Conjurant. Okay. We could kill the Martyr. We could trade into Yugen's Conjurant. I think we want the Prismite to. We just block the damage on the Martyr. So it's now 2-2, so it's much easier for our guys to just block down. I think we're going to get Vizier the Scorpion out. I could have told the Invasion to try and rip something out their hand, but it's not necessarily guaranteed that they have something worth taking. We'll see what they play here. Okay, land and a Thundering Ceratok, giving everything trample. Just attacking with the Martyr. Just block it with the Augur of Bolus. Opponent's got one card in hand. I'm going to assume it's something we can hit with Toll of the Invasion. We'll play for it. No, it's just Forest. So. Do we attack with the 2-2? Might as well hold it back. We can block the Ceratok and kill it pretty favourably. So our opponent's got Iron Bully. What's he going to put the counter on the Lynx? Okay. It's fine, we will let the Lynx go through. I will definitely trade for the Ceratok if that's what he wants to do. No blocks. Okay, now we can could bring back the Prismite. Don't think we need to do that. We'll just Eternal Skylord. Get our 4/4. We could beat them down in 5 turns, but are we going to get killed on the crack? I think we're going to no attacks because we can trade with the Lynx. Opponent is going to just swing with the Lynx. Probably have some sort of combat trick here. Going to swing with the Ceratok as well. We could just trade for the Ceratok. I think that's probably worth it. Or we just trade the Amess token for it. I think just trading for the Ceratok is probably worth. And we'll see what they decide to leave alive. Maybe we just trade with these guys and keep Death Touch on our Amess token in case we lose the Amess token somehow. We don't really need flying on the army, and we can Bond of Revival to bring it back, so this is fine. Okay, so we've got Unlikely Aid. We're going to return the Eternal Skylord. Okay, we're getting a 6/6 Amess token now. I think we can quite happily swing and start clocking our opponent. We're going to definitely win this race, and we can even kill them with Unlikely Aid as a small pump on our 3rd and final attack if they can't gain life or get an air blocker. Obviously I take great pleasure in killing Jar Jar Binks. Swing with the Lynx and the Martyr. Do we trade? I think we trade for the Lynx, to be honest. Yeah, we're going to have to trade like so on the Lynx. So he'll kill the Eternal Skylord. Okay, and then he dies to the 2 other blockers. Okay, we've got a mountain. Okay, swing with the Death Toucher. Iron Bully's going to go in front of it. He's going to put the... I don't know why you'd put the Yugen's Conjurant in front of it, because that's your proliferate target. Okay, pass. Bond of Flourishing. It's going to gain some life. Pull a card. But we can just slowly beat him down with the zombie army. Oath of Kaya. Can't cast it. Hasn't got black mana. See how our opponent attacks just with the Martyr. I think we take the trade. We'll get the Augur of Bolus to go in front of the Martyr. So he gets to proliferate onto the Ugin's Conjurant, which is not very good. He only gets one proliferate. That's not particularly valuable. We can just cast Spark Harvest for its normal cost and slay the Ugin's Conjurant. And we will just attack with everything. Opponent seems to just let all the damage go through, which is very strange. And concedes. Okay. Okay. Set 2 in the bag for Amess. Not sure how this deck is getting as many wins as it is, but we'll take it. I guess the Selesnya proliferate's not very good. Blue-green proliferate seems to be good. Maybe it is literally just the white-green proliferate is not very strong. Maybe people, since they're not very used to the set, assume that a low to the ground white aggro deck is going to be quite strong. I've found in most cases it's not. It's the opposite. Opponent's going to go first. We can fix all of our mana. Okay, Law-Rune Enforcer. That's actually kind of annoying, but we are playing an Amass deck, so it's less of an issue, because he can't tap down our big Amass token. Okay, so they're playing white-green Proliferate, probably. Okay, let's drop a Swamp. We can get the Mana Geode out, and then Widespread Brutality, if necessary. Otherwise, yeah, okay, we're going to need to build the Amass token up a little bit before we do that. Okay, there's a Davriel. Davriel doesn't die unless he proliferates, but I think we want to go on the Mana Geode and start getting more things onto the board. Vizier of the Scorpion. That would discourage him from attacking, so I think we like that. We like that. He can't tap down the Amass token, so it seems good. We can get Davriel onto the board and just start removing our opponent's stuff.
Hey there. Let me know if you find any cool new plan. We'll do this together.
Okay, so he's going to tap for black. Black is an interesting choice. Maybe he misclicked. Oh, okay. He just taps light. Maybe he tapped the light shield by mistake. Okay. Vizier of the Scorpion is going to shut him off. Being able to attack us. Okay, might be a battlefield promotion here from our opponent. I think I'll still take the block. Okay, no, it's just gonna kill Law-Rune Enforcer. Seems fine to me. Gonna drop a War Screecher, he's gonna put counter on it. So, 2/4 flyer, kind of annoying. We can drop the Mana Geode. We scry 1. An island, I'd love to have that. We need more mana available to us. And I think we're gonna play the Soul Diviner. That gives us good blocks on the Teo's Light Shield. So I think our next play will be getting the Flux Channeler out and put another counter on the Teo's Light Shield. Still got a good block there, so he's going to swing with both. Okay, just block there. He's going to pump. Divine Arrow, really? You care about that guy that much? I suppose if you're running out of cards, it makes sense. I could Davriel here to just try and I could Davriel and Dovin, but I think we want the Flux Channeler out first. Because then we can start proliferating on our Planeswalkers. Okay, so let's Callous Dismissal the War Screecher. Submit. So we're going to amass 1. And we can start proliferating. I probably should have attacked there, but... So he has to spend mana to replay the War Screecher. He's going to play Saheeli Silverwing as well. Top card of our deck. He's going to play the War Screecher, so he's going to leave 1 card in hand. Okay, it's a Prismite, which is not particularly exciting. We could more or less wipe his board. with Widespread Brutality. I think if we play the Dovin first, we don't have the mana for it. We play the Prismite whenever you cast non-creature though. So we can Dovin and proliferate. Dovin can shut off the Saheeli Silverwing. We can Davriel, proliferate again, force our opponent to discard.
Let's tidy up.
Discarding Wanderer's Strike, that's a good hit, that is, and we'll pass. Opponent takes 2 damage.
Loneliness can hurt.
A Johnny. Okay. So he's going to kill Davriel? Because Davriel doesn't really matter anymore. He's going to swing at Dovin, that doesn't do anything. Everything is vigilant though. Okay, so we can more or less wipe his entire board with Widespread Brutality. So what I can do is I Dovin on the... Oh, it's only enemy stuff. Okay, so I can't Dovin my own creature. That's fine. Widespread Brutality. Proliferate. Submit. Amass 2. Kill everything. Kill Ajani. Ajani dies. Opponent is top decking. And we'll just play the Prismite, so we've got another creature in play. Okay, looks like we're in a pretty good spot here. Just depends what we top deck and what our opponent top decks. Role Reversal could actually be really powerful. We'll swing with both. Block our opponent for 8. Pass turn. Okay. And swing again. Block for another 8. Pass turn. How's our opponent got an answer? No, he doesn't. Okay. Pretty good game. Widespread Brutality proving to be actually a pretty decent board wipe. So we're against a Proliferate deck again. Don't think the Grim Initiate's going to do anything. I think the Shriek Divers, again, our opponent doesn't have a lot of air control. They have got the Saheeli Silverwings, and we're very unlikely to get good trades on them, so I think, yep, again, we want the unlikely, whatchamacallit, thingamabob. Do we want Elder Spell to deal with Ajani? No, but I do think we want Price of Betrayal. And I think we can probably take out the Prismite, since we're now less reliant on red. That seems to be something we're doing quite a lot in our sideboarding, so I might just take it out, but I don't know. Sometimes the Grim Initiates pay dividends in the first game. So, alright, aside from that, I think we're pretty good to go. Say we're done. If our opponent shows or reveals that they're playing like maybe 3 Planeswalkers, then I'll definitely side in the Elder Spell, but until that point, I think we're cool as we are. Opponent goes first. We need to find blue mana, otherwise this hand has absolutely no action whatsoever, so I think this is a mulligan. This is better, but it's not good. Okay, there's an island, that makes it a lot better. We can play Dovin. We've got blue mana for Relentless Advance. Okay, so we'll open with blue. Opponent's stuck on 2 mana. It's good for us. We will play the Shriek Diver. I'm perfectly fine taking 1 damage. Battlefield Promotion turns into 2-3, that's fine. I think we're just going to clock our opponent for 4 and start the race. start the race. We don't want swamp. We do want a Dovin. Drop the Dovin. And we're going to bubble their wolf. Swing for 4. Death Touch is pretty annoying.
A solid hit.
Okay, let's drop the Eternal Skylord. And I think we're going to phase out the... We're going to phase out Death Toucher.
I'd be less frustrated if you had
Go phase for 4. Opponent's getting clocked pretty hard. He could tap down the Eternal Skylord and then go for Dovin, which I don't mind if he does that. He'll still be pretty far behind on life total. We could just keep pushing damage in the air. Okay, he's going to beef up Arlen's Wolf. He's going to beef up Laurian Enforcer. That's a bit all-in, isn't it? Especially since that's a creature that taps other things down, which means it's not attacking so much. He's going to go for Dovin or go face? They both are Dovin. I will just no blocks.
I was incorrect. Go ahead and gloat.
Okay, so we win the game here. Relentless Advance and Contentious Plan gets us the damage we need to just kill our opponent. Opponent dies. Pretty good. So, Grixis Amess, 3 wins somehow. To be honest, the deck doesn't really even need the red. We can just take out the Grim Initiates and just put in the that's what we've been winning games on. So seems fine to me. I think we'll just make that change. It's what's winning us games. Honestly, I think blue-black is just well suited to just mess people up in this draft. It really is. Though we have fought quite a lot of Selesnya decks and they don't seem to be doing very well, so... we get the extra draw, so I think this hand's fine to keep. We've got action we can play on turn 3, so... We'll play the Prismite. If he wants to trade here, I'm fine with that trade. We don't really need the Prismite. Really? Really? You care that much about a Dusk Mantle Operative? Well, I mean, suit yourself, my friend. Suit yourself. We still need land though. Cast Dismissal, okay. Swings for 2. We'll just play the Soul Diviner again. If our opponent's best answer to the Soul Diviner was to cast Dismissal, I think we're fine. So they're playing Sultai? Ooh, Kasmina. Okay, that makes things a little bit more complicated.
Hone your control.
Ditches a Dusk Mantle Operative. No swings. We're going to contentious plan just to try and draw land. Okay, we get an island. Okay. We're still in the game. We're still in the game. If our opponent doesn't really have any higher power creatures to add to the board, then we're doing fine. If we draw land, we might Shriek Diver to get rid of Kasmina. Oh. Or we might Shriek Diver to get rid of the Vraska. Because this could be problematic. Okay, there's more land, so we are going to Shriek Diver and give it haste. And we will smack Vraska. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have Proliferate available. If they do, we're going to feel kind of bad. If they swing with the Assassin, I mean, it's only going to get bigger, but it's not going to get that much bigger, so I think we'll just let it go through. It's just a 1-1. Now it's 2-2, but...
I'm running out of room to store my trophies.
We can always use Unlikely Aid to get rid of the Death Touch. So we might mana Geode here and then hold up Unlikely Aid. There's Mowu. That's actually quite a good play to deal with the Mowu. We can also drop the Vizier of the Scorpion, hold up Unlikely Aid. It gives us a Death Toucher as well, so I think that's fine. Go to combat, and we will kill the Vraska. End turn. Let's see what our opponent's got. They don't have very many good attacks because of the Death Touch that we've got. But we'll see if they've got any real... Okay, go swing with the Death Toucher and the Mowu. Okay, we will block. We'll block the Mowu. And we will block the... Do we care about the Death Toucher? 2 damage doesn't matter that much. Okay, go let damage go through. Our opponent's going to hold up. Oh, okay, he's playing Aid the Fallen. Okay, so he's going to get Vraska back and the Mowu. Can he play any second spells? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So we could force him to start discarding cards. I think we're going to mana Geode first. Scry 1. We don't want the island, so we'll put that on bottom. We could Relentless Advance, giving us a pretty big blocker, but actually I think that's fine. And we will kill the Kasmina. Soren's Thirst, okay. It's not too bad, we don't need to worry too much about that. Okay, they're gonna drop the Vraska. Gonna create another Death Toucher. Pass to attacks. Okay, Death Touch is going out our face. Block with our creature and take the counter off of it. Draw a card. Okay. We're gonna drop the Eternal Skylord. And we could Davriel, forcing them to discard. It seems fine as a play.
Let me pick your brain.
They ditch the Mowu. Okay, so they must have something pretty good in hand. Let's see what they've got. Okay, creates another assassin. Okay, opponent's going to attack. Attack the Davriel. We will block here, and we will eat a token on the Amess creature, drawing a card. Opponent drops Arlin. Okay, that's pretty scary. Okay. Davriel's going to make them discard their last card. Thundering Ceratok, that's pretty decent. What do we want to pull from our bin? Potentially nothing yet. Maybe we take Davriel's last counter off him. We could Bond of Revival for the Shriek Diver, which then can knock the island down to... It only knocks the island down a little bit. I think we're just going to hold up our mana. Opponent takes another 2. Let's see what they choose to attack. Okay, Wolfie Boy's going... Is the Assassin going as well? Assassin's going at face. We will go to blocks. Skylord on the Wolf. This boy on there. Let damage go through.
Please protect my back.
Opponent's not playing what's in their hand, so I think it's probably land. So we're going to eat the Davriels, draw a card. It's another mana geode. Okay, there's a Dovin. It's pretty good. So we're going to drop the Dovin down. Dovin's going to
They're statistically likely to fail.
stop the
The
wolf.
fault is not in our stars.
Gonna Bond of Revival for the Eternal Skylord. Mass 2. And hold up Unlikely Aid. And the Soul Diviner to draw cards off the Dovin. Opponent creates another wolf. Eternal Taskmaster. That's something we definitely want to get rid of, if we can draw some removal for it. Okay, then we're going to just take a token off of Dovin.
A gap in my defenses.
And we've got another mountain. Let's drop the mana geode just so we have some more mana available. Scry, Toll of the Invasion. Do we need Toll of the Invasion? Probably not. Opponent's kind of burned out of cards. Gonna go to attacks and kill the... Let's kill the Kasmina.
It is I who has learned a lesson.
Alright, end turn. Are they going to attack with the Taskmaster to bring something back from the bin? Okay, they're going to send the Taskmaster in as well. So we're going to have to block the... Okay, they're taking the Ceratok back. That's an interesting choice. Okay. Past the blockers. Skylord on the Taskmaster. Going to eat another token off of Dovin since he's going to die anyway. And pass the damage. Dovin dies.
Even me.
Opponent drops a forest. End turn. Okay, let's drop the Flux Channeler. Okay, and we will kill off the Vraska.
I guess today's your lucky day.
And end turn. Opponent's going to drop the Ceratok, get some trample on all his boys. We've got to find life turtles, we're not too bothered by what they're doing currently. Let's see what they choose to do. Swing with the 3/3s. Okay, we're going to block. We're going to put the Eternal Skylord under 1. And then we will Unlikely Aid the Skylord, which allows us to proliferate our army up to 3/3. And we'll pass damage. Wolf dies. Opponent's got nothing else. We're going to draw another card. Spark Harvest, okay. So we can Spark Harvest and just pay our full amount and kill the Ceratok, which allows us to proliferate. And army is going to kill Arlen. I know, like, I'm playing very conservatively by just, like, killing off their planeswalkers, but I think that's fine. Okay, opponent's going to swing with the wolf. I think we can we let that through? I think we can let that through. Soul Diviner's going to tap to take counter off that. Invading Manticore is a pretty good pull. Let's play the Invading Manticore. Mass 2. And we will Callous Dismissal, killing the wolf off. We will Flux Channeler to proliferate into a 6/6. Opponent is dead in 3 turns. If we need to, we can draw some cards. But I think we've got this game in the bag. Harold of the Dreadhorde coming out, being a zombie. Okay, let's go to attacks. End turn. Definitely don't need to roll reversal any of our opponent's creatures. Tidebearer Giant. Can they draw an answer to the zombie army? If they can, we can still tap to take counter off of it. If they can't. Okay, so we're on to the next game. Right, what do we want? Price of Betrayal seems pretty good against their lineup. Probably don't need the Prismite. What else do we want to run? Possibly another Bond of Revival if the game's going to go on this long. Looks like we're probably playing Pillow Fort matchup. Maybe the Sky Theatre Strix to get some more flyers. That could be irrelevant. What do we take off for it? Cast Dismissal seems fine against the Island tokens. At least gets rid of one of them. But that's kind of all it does. Roll Reversal seems kind of weak in this matchup. Our opponent's not playing anything super scary that we care about swapping. So if we take the Roll Reversal out and the Prismite, we can add another card. Elder Spell's probably quite good. They showed 3 Planeswalkers, so I think we'll play the Elder Spell. And if we can get Elder Spell to resolve on Davriel, or potentially not so much on Dovin, but it does give our Spark Diviner a lot of extra gas, or Soul Diviner. If we draw actual cards, this hand is fine. We do get to draw extra cards, so I think this hand's fine. Okay, we're going to draw land. This might be a mistake. We'll see. Okay, there's a Flux Channeler. That's pretty good. Does our opponent have a turn 3 play? They don't. Okay, so let's drop the Flux Channeler. Swing for 2. Oh, our opponent might have sideboarded for a very long late game. There's a Mowu. Okay, Widespread Brutality. What does Widespread Brutality do for us? Not really anything. Just creates a 2/2. And we'll pass. If he can't put counters on Mowu, I'll probably just double block it. Vraska, okay.
Go ahead. Fighting here is more fun than in the Undercity.
Okay, let's Price of Betrayal the Vraska. And proliferate and it doesn't do anything. Take all lower counters off.
I won't forgive this.
Play another Swamp. Last turn. They probably have a combat trick. So we're going to no blocks. Okay, it looks like they don't have a combat trick, so now that I know that. Widespread Brutality might be fine here. But it's not that good. It amasses after the Flux Channeler then dies. So we'll pass turn. See what our opponent's got. Okay, we will double block the Mowu here. Do they want to kill the Soul Diviner or the Flux Channeler? Okay, they're going to kill the Soul Diviner. Seems fine. Have they got any creatures to play onto the board? Doesn't look like it. Okay. We'll drop a land and pass. Okay, so we've drawn through most of our land, which is good, because it means we should just draw nothing but value as a Bloom Hulk. And then he proliferates onto the Crunch Wrangler. We'll just let that go through. Okay. We could just block the Crunch Wrangler, but we'll get rid of the Death Toucher. Since, yeah, we need to amass a little bit first. Let's Davriel.
No one has seen my... I don't think you'll be needing that.
Okay, drops Soren's Thirst. More land. Okay, so we're just drawing lots of land right now. We've drawn through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 land in our top 16 cards. So, yep, we've not had much action, just a lot of land.
This has been a waste of my time.
Yes. This is feeling like it might be a little bit of a waste of our time. Let's see, Augur Bolus fetches Chaos Dismissal. Okay, that's pretty good. So we can Chaos Dismissal the Quant Wrangler. And pass. Hopefully we draw another Amess. That would be pretty nice. Okay, we'll just block with the Augur Bolus. Can't really afford to take much more damage, so just get our block in. They might drop an Arl in here. No, okay, just Quant Wrangler. Okay. We could Widespread Brutality, it doesn't really help, so we'll play the Shriek Diver. We won't swing, we're just going to use the Shriek Diver to chump up, I think. This game's been not going very well. Opponent doesn't look like they want to commit anything else to the board. Just let 2 damage go through. Eternal Taskmaster. That's a pretty good thing to hit with our Widespread Brutality. What have they got in the bin? Mowu. I think we have to Widespread Brutality here. Unlike the aid, giving Quant Wrangler indestructible. No attacks. This game's probably over. Just a lot of land. I should have mulled that hand. Evidently mulling that hand would have been a good idea when you draw this much land out of your deck. Okay, we get totally losted. And there's a Dovin, so yep, concede. Cool. So we drew like 11 of our lands in our top 20 cards, which is pretty bad. Okay, don't think we've really got any changes to make. I guess Sorin's Thirst might be... Sorin's Thirst might actually be pretty good. Maybe we get rid of the Chaos Dismissal. And... take out the... maybe take out one of the Mana Geodes. Don't necessarily need it. We don't need fixing quite so much. Drop in the Sorin's Thirsts, take out an island, put in another swamp, so we can hit that early double black. Seems pretty reasonable. It deals with Quant Wranglers. It can help shut off some of their proliferate chains. Seems fine. We'll play first. Okay, this seems pretty good. We can get Davriel out on turn 3. If our opponent's not really got any play, that means we can start messing their hand up. Okay, we'll drop the island. Okay, they're going to drop the Eternal Taskmaster. Okay, let's drop the Shriek Diver. And before our opponent gets a target for the Taskmaster, we'll try and trade it out with unlikely aid. No blocks. Opponent drops nothing. Okay, might be holding up some sort of counter spell. We'll just pass. Sorin's Thirst. Can't Spark Harvest in response, so we'll just let that go through. Okay, there's a couple of good pulls we can get here, like our opponent hasn't got any green mana, which is kind of good for us. Oh, except when they play a Kasmina, that's less good. And we can't even target things with the Spark Harvest now because we have to pay more to do it because of the way Casmina works. Just spell pierces anything we want to do. Kind of sucks. Looks like they don't have anything good to discard. And we've got bad discard targets. It's always nice when your opponent loots and has to get rid of a actual playable card. Gets rid of a Mowu, seems fine. Okay. Toll of the Invasion plus Unlikely Aid seems pretty good. What do we want to get rid of? I guess Soren's Thirst. Or, they both do the same thing. Soren's Thirst or Callous Dismissal, so... Well, this is sorcery, so they have to play it before they swing. Guess we'll get rid of the Soren's Thirst. And pass.
Every day is a new lesson.
Opponent still has nothing they really can use. If they want to play on curve, they're going to play Harold, I guess. If they Callous Dismissal, my 1-1, that seems a little weak. But they might do it anyway. If they ditch Harold, are they going to Callous Dismissal me? Oh no, they're going to drop Ceratok. No, they're not. Okay. Return Harold back to his hand. I guess that makes sense. He's going to tap out most of his mana to do it. Does he tap the blue out? Okay. Resolve. What's he going to tap to do it? Taps the blue. Excellent. Okay, so you can't Callous Dismissal us yet. We're going to Unlikely Aid on the block Taskmaster. It's a good trade for us. Dread Horde Invasion. Oh dear. I don't think we care about getting rid of the Casmina just yet, so drop the Shriek Diver. Force our opponent to discard a card. Get rid of the Mowu or the Callous Dismissal. We'll see what they choose. Get rid of the Mowu. No attacks. Okay, they amass 1. That is one hell of a power card. I don't know if we can beat that. We haven't got anything to deal with it. We just have to keep the zombie army in check, which I don't know if we can do that. We do care about getting rid of the Casmina, and we can't really block that, so we're just going to no blocks and just let them take the Gavril.
Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Some... Pay the extra amount, targeting Ceratok. Kill it. Kill the Casmina, I suppose. This is a serious problem. A really serious problem. I don't know what we can top deck that actually wins us this game. Like, that's going to get to a 6-6 eventually, and then they just get lifelink on it. Yeah, we're just drawing lands. Yeah, there's nothing to do there. Okay. Well, that's the end of this draft. Which, you know, 3 wins, can't really complain. So take a look at what packs, what we get in our packs. Okay. Casualties of War. Okay. The sooner I collect all of them, the better, because I can't really see any decks I want to play that in. Not yet, anyway. I think if a more artifact-heavy set comes into MTGA, that will probably see more play. Mythic Rare Wildcard, sure. I'll take a Gold Eternal of my choice. Or a Liliana. Another one, you say? Oh, well. You're too kind, game. Too kind. Awakening of V2 Ghazi. Okay. Okay. That might be a nice play around card. Anyway, thanks for putting up with part 2, I suppose. Yeah, sorry, I just needed to step aside during the stream, or end the stream anyway, so I could, you know, have something to eat and all that, and thus the draft got cut in half. But not to worry, we'll get to play some more drafts very soon. I mean, the drafting is going very well, going 3 wins, or more than 3 wins for a lot of our decks so far, so that's good, and thus we can just carry on having a good time. Anyway, as always guys, it's been me, Chaff Commander Coffee. Thanks for watching, I'll see you around. Goodbye for now.